Hey guys, welcome to the channel. We're here in my car again to do another session. Just all day today I've been just feeling like doing a session. I haven't done one for my grandfather in a while. I did one when I first started just to see if I can connect with him. I did get validations during one session. I was sitting in my car and I did a session, and I asked them if I can speak to my grandfather, or if my grandfather can come through, and crisp as day, clear as day, it said you already have. It came through and said you already have. But sadly, that one I did not get on camera, because that was before I had my whole setup to do this thing. But I got that validation, and it really opened my mind even more to this whole thing. Like, I even met my grandfather before, and I was even able to speak to him and talk to him, not to him directly, but speak to him, and him able to be there and send other spirits to validate that I have spoken to him before. So I just want to see if I can get him to come through this time, or if I can get another spirit to validate so I can get it on camera. But that's basically this session's topic, is my grandfather to try to come through here to speak to us. So as always, I'm going to put on the autopilot channel and effects, what was also the intensity.
No.
Hello? Oh my god. Only allow good spirits to come through. I pray for good protection and love. I pray protection of God. I pray for the light. Only friendship, only nice spirits may come through and speak to me. Any evil come through and you'll be banished back to hell where you came from. Who's here right now with me? What's your name? This is the first time in a session where I've gotten both a first and a last name. I'm not sure who this is. I'm not sure why this name came through, but you can clearly hear this full name come through. Who's here? I would like to speak to my grandfather. His name is Jerry Ledbetter. Can someone bring him through? At first, I wasn't sure how this correlated with this session with my grandfather. And then after watching and rewatching it and reviewing it and thinking, it came to my mind that my uncle's name is Jimmy. Now, I do not know if they used to call him Jim when he was younger, but that's pretty close coincidence. Can someone bring my grandfather through to speak to me? I just want to speak to him. I've never met him before. We just want to say hello. Anything he has to say to me? Anything to my mother? Anything to your family? There are many different ways you can look at this response. You can look at it as a really good response. You can look at it as a response for help. I look at it as the first time he says Jesus, he's telling my mother that he's at least met Jesus. Now that's when the second one comes, and that's when it changes what it means, to where I think it means that maybe he met Jesus, something happened to where Jesus didn't accept him, and he just wants to go back. He just wants to be accepted, or he wants to be back alive. He wants to be back with his family, which is what I'm hoping it means. Can he come through, please? Can you guys help me get him through? My grand... Who's here right now?
Chin.
So after reviewing, I once again thought how this correlates. Comes to find out, my grandfather was actually in the army for a little bit, so this actually correlates almost perfectly with my grandfather. How many are here right now? How many of you spirits are here?
Well,
who would like to speak? Can my grandfather speak? Jerry Ledbetter. Is he here? I was little when I was a child, and my mother took pictures of me with a camera, and around me there was a... Not even once in this session did I even speak about me going in the closet when I was little. Yes, I did. My mother would take pictures of me playing in the closet as I was a little kid, playing around. And there would always be white, just white lines surrounded me. There was no explanation of it. Can somebody bring my grandfather through, please? Can he speak? I spoke to him before, you guys have told me. I've meditated and seen him come through my room. I believe this sequence of spirits speaking, honestly, truthfully, is two people dying, is what I think it means. Two pops and then two whistles could possibly be their spirits floating up, and then two spirits in the air, and then two dead. Just context clues here, guys. I'm not professional, as I said, but that's what I get out of this. Jerry Ledbetter. My grandfather. He died around age 45 from bad lungs.
come on. Ruin it.
Grandpa, I'm calling for you to come through. I know you can hear me. Guides and my helpers. Did my grandfather come through? Is he here? My protectors must have felt a presence of a mischievous spirit come through, because they say, leave, we are nice. Because I only speak to nice spirits, only allow nice spirits to come through my sessions.
Wait.
Even if he can't speak, is he around me? Where is he right now?
Man.
Where is my grandfather? Maybe this means that my grandfather isn't saved, that he's still roaming Earth, he's stuck, that he's actually home, like in his Earth house, stuck, can't leave. I hope that's not what this means, but that's what I get from this. Is he lost? Does he need help? Does my grandfather need help? If he needs help, tell him to come to me. I can help him. Tell my grandfather to speak to me, and I can help him. Grandpa, I gotta end this session here, but before I go, I want to pray for you. There may have been some things in your life that weren't great things to do, but that's okay. Because no matter what, God will always forgive you and love you. You just have to forgive. You ask for forgiveness. Have to ask for the light. Grandpa, Jerry, ask for the light. Pray for Jesus. Once again, this was one of those parts where I didn't really understand why this was said. And then I thought to myself, my grandmother, my aunt, and my mother all have bad ankles, bad feet. So I believe that this is my grandfather praying instead to help him to help his family. Dear God, I hope you can come down. Help my grandfather find the light if he hasn't already. I know he had a troubled life. But that's okay, because I know that you forgive and you still love. I'm going to end this session here. Thank you all for speaking to me. I appreciate all you all for speaking to me. If my grandfather came through, thank you for helping him come through. I leave with love and friendship. I find all you guys be my friends. No spirit shall reside here and stay here. You may come back next session. I leave with love and kindness. And that's the session.